Hello, welcome to this new YouTube video. In this video I'm going to say about sewage treatment. Sewage treatment is the process of removing contaminants from municipal wastewater, containing mainly household sewage plus some industrial wastewater. Physical, chemical, and biological processes are used to remove contaminants and produce treated wastewater that is safe enough for release into the environment. A byproduct of sewage treatment is a semi-solid waste, a slurry, called sewage sludge. The sludge has to undergo further treatment before being suitable for disposal or application to land. Sewage water can travel towards treatment plants via piping and in a flow aided by gravity and pumps. The step-by-step sewage treatment process. Removing the wastewater. We flush the chain, run the tap or use the washing machine. This wastewater is carried down the drain that leads to a sewer pipe. Sewer pipe carries the wastewater to a sewage treatment works where it begins its journey of many cleaning processes. Screening, also known as pre-treatment. Pre-treatment removes all materials that can be easily collected from the raw sewage before they damage or clog the pumps and sewage lines of primary treatment. Clarifiers. Objects commonly removed during pre-treatment include trash, tree limbs, leaves, branches, grit removal, fat and grease removal, and other large objects. This is most commonly done with an automated mechanically raked bar screen or mesh screen of varying sizes in modern plants serving large populations, while in smaller or less modern plants, a manually cleaned screen may be used. Primary treatment. Sewage flows through large tanks, commonly called pre-settling basins. Primary sedimentation tanks are primary clarifiers. The tanks are used to settle sludge while grease and oils rise to the surface and are skimmed off. Primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanically driven scrapers that continually drive the collected sludge towards a hopper in the base of the tank where it is pumped to sludge treatment facilities. Grease and oil from the floating material can sometimes be recovered for saponification, soap making. Secondary treatment. This stage of treatment focuses on those unseen bugs that live in the wastewater. At large sewage treatment works, the water is passed into rectangular-shaped tanks known as aeration lanes. Air is pumped into the tank, which causes the bugs to break down as the good bacteria eats them. Secondary treatment is a treatment process to achieve a certain degree of effluent with physical phase separation to remove settlable solids and a biological process to remove dissolved and suspended organic compounds. Secondary treatment is usually performed by indigenous, aquatic microorganisms in a managed aerobic habitat. Bacteria and protozoa consume biodegradable soluble organic contaminants. Final settlement. The purpose of tertiary treatment is to provide a final treatment stage to further improve the effluent quality before it is discharged to the receiving environment, sea, river, lake, wetlands, ground, etc. Filtration. Sand filtration removes much of the residual suspended matter. Lagoons or ponds. Lagoons or ponds provide settlement and further biological improvement through storage in large man-made ponds or lagoons. Biological nutrient removal. Different treatment processes are required to remove nitrogen and phosphorus. Disinfection. The purpose of disinfection in the treatment of wastewater is to substantially reduce the number of microorganisms in the water to be discharged back into the environment for the later use of drinking, bathing, irrigation, etc. Common methods of disinfection include ozone, chlorine, ultraviolet light, or sodium hypochlorite. Sludge treatment. The purpose of digestion is to reduce the amount of organic matter and the number of disease-causing microorganisms present in the solids. The most common treatment options include anaerobic digestion, aerobic digestion, and composting. Watered sludge may be incinerated or transported off-site for disposal in a landfill or used as an agricultural soil amendment. Back to the river. Finally, the wastewater is clean. This means it can be returned to the rivers and streams in the local areas. The quality and cleanliness of the water is regulated by the Environment Agency to ensure it meets the necessary high standards.